This is an IELTS sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check out our new IELTS writing channel. Let's begin by discussing about cakes. Do you like cakes or any other desserts?
Yeah, I'm really into cakes and other desserts like ice cream and pastries. Chocolate cake is my favorite, but I also love fruit tarts and cheesecake. I've got a real sweet tooth.
Do you know how to make a cake?
Kind of. I've followed a few simple recipes before, like sponge cake and chocolate cake. I'm not very skilled at decorating, but it's fun to bake, especially when I'm in the mood for something sweet.
Have you ever made a cake?
Yeah, I've made a cake a couple of times. I once baked a chocolate cake for a friend's birthday. It wasn't perfect. The icing was a bit messy, but everyone seemed to enjoy it.
Why do some people dislike eating sweet food?
I guess some people find sweet food too rich or overwhelming. Others might avoid it for health reasons, like watching their sugar intake or trying to stay fit. Some just prefer savory over sweet.
Are there any traditional desserts in your country?
Yeah, there are a few classics. Sticky toffee pudding and treacle tart are quite popular. People often have them with custard or cream, especially in winter. They're warm, sweet, and really comforting.
Did you like cakes when you were a child?
Definitely. I was really into birthday cakes, especially chocolate ones with lots of icing. I'd always get excited when there was cake at parties. It was the best part of the celebration for me.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a person from whom others like to ask for advice. You should say who this person is, why people like to ask for his or her advice, what kind of advice he or she often gives, and explain how you felt about the person.
One person that people often go to for advice is my grandpa. He's a retired professor who has spent many years teaching and learning. He knows a lot about different things because he reads a lot and has had many life experiences. Even though he's really smart, he's very down to earth and easy to talk to, which makes people feel comfortable asking him for advice. People like asking him for advice because he's such a good listener. He doesn't just jump in with an answer, he takes his time to really listen and understand the situation. He's never judgmental and always makes you feel like your thoughts and feelings matter. His calm and patient way of listening helps people feel safe opening up to him. He often gives advice about careers and life choices. His students ask him about things like which career path to take or how to deal with work problems. In our family, we go to him when we're unsure about big life decisions, like changing jobs or handling personal issues. His advice is always thoughtful and practical, but he also encourages us to think for ourselves and make our own choices. I feel really lucky to have my grandpa in my life. He's so patient and wise, and he's taught me how important it is to listen and think before giving advice. Knowing he's always there to support me makes me feel safe and confident. He's not just a source of advice, he's also someone I really look up to.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the topic of advice. Who should people ask for advice on big issues? Family members or friends?
It depends on the issue. Family members often understand you better and give thoughtful advice based on your background and values. Friends, however, might offer a fresh perspective or more honest feedback. For example, someone facing relationship issues might feel more comfortable opening up to a close friend than a parent.
Do people often ask for advice from professional people, like a lawyer?
Yes, especially for legal, financial, or medical issues. Professional advice is valued because it's based on knowledge and experience. For example, someone dealing with a contract dispute or setting up a business would likely consult a lawyer to avoid legal problems. Professional guidance helps people make informed decisions and avoid costly mistakes.
Do people follow the advice of their family members?
Not always, but family advice is often taken seriously because parents or siblings usually want the best for you. However, people sometimes choose to follow their own path. For example, a parent might suggest a stable career in medicine, but their child may prefer a more creative job in the arts.
Do you think the advice parents give their children is always good?
Not necessarily. Parents usually mean well, but their advice might be based on their own experiences, which could be outdated. For example, a parent might suggest working for a big company for job security, while the child might prefer a more flexible career like freelancing.
Are professional consultancy services expensive in your country?
Yes, they can be quite costly, especially for legal or financial matters. For example, hiring a lawyer to handle a property purchase or a financial advisor for investment planning often comes with high fees. That's why some people only seek professional advice when it's absolutely necessary.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.